right, it is time for TBR/reading plans. Hey everyone, it is Shannon, and I'm super excited to be here today and to share with you this video. This is going to be my August reading plans, which is a small TBR and then more plans because for the past couple months this is what I've been doing instead of a specific TBR, and when I get to what the reading plan's on, that will make sense, or if you've been watching my recent videos you'll know what it already is. But I do have a couple of specific titles that I plan on reading this month, so I thought I might as well share those as well. First of which is The Last Fallen Star by Graci Kim. This is another in the Rick Riordan Presents line, and I am reading this with Izzy, punkrockgirlpa, and Kate Kelly, and this is actually Kate Kelly's pick, so really looking forward to checking it out. The Rick Riordan Presents line is Owen Boyce's Mythology middle grade works, which is just awesome, and this is actually first in series. It's listed on Goodreads as the first in the Gifted Clan series. I know it's based on Korean culture, and I don't want, it does have a bit of a tree, like a family tree or something in the front. I am not going to look at it until I start reading the book, or maybe like after I finish reading the book. I don't want to spoil myself, and there is a bit of a lexicon in the back as well. I don't want to spoil myself for that as well. Glossary. There's a glossary in the back with several pages of terms, which is always helpful. And yeah, so very much looking forward to it. We will at this point have finished up the first 4 books in the Aru Shah series. I'm pre-filming this just a little bit, and that series does have a 5th book that is slated to come out next year. So looking forward. This looks really cool. Oh wow. Ooh. Flying horses. There's a name for that. There's a name for that, isn't there? Centaur? No. Oh, Centaur, Minotaur, Griffin? No? I'm not sure. Is there a name for a flying horse? Like, it's fantastical, so there could be multiple names. Anyway, looking forward to checking this out. I don't know the date of the live show because I am pre-filming this. If I know the date, I will put it down below. It's usually the last Tuesday of the month, but there is some flexibility. We had to reschedule the most previous one. Yeah, and you are welcome to join us in on this one. The live shows are always on Izzy's channel, so I will leave that down below as well. Also, buddy reading, I am going to continue the Night Hunters series with Anita from Anita Reads, and we are going to read Night Pleasures by Sherrilyn Kenyon. This says it's the first Dark Hunter novel, but Fantasy Lover is also considered the first. So hopefully after we read this, we will discover the mystery as to why there are 2 first books. I think my suspicion is that this is sort of has more of a sense of a long arc, I think, but they are all, I believe, paranormal romances, so it's more about, you know, the individuals in the particular book. So, and the first one, Fantasy Lover, we read last month and enjoyed it. It was paranormal romance, and the paranormal element was based in Greek mythology. Well, I really thought this series was more vampire-y. Maybe not. Maybe not. It does look urban. So yay for that. I do like urban settings. So looking forward to checking this out. So yay! And then other than that, my plans are basically to, 1, enjoy the Olympics, especially for the first week of the month. I think we're reading this after the Olympics, probably, because I know Anita enjoys watching the Olympics as well. Unfortunately, the Olympics are like, it's a little hard to tell from the schedules that I've looked at as I film this. I'm pre-filming this, so they haven't started. I always like watching the judo, and but so far I've seen the times that it's streaming live on the CBC app, which is where a lot of the coverage is here in Canada, is at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. You know, I'm a night owl, but that's edging in tomorrow, right? And then also at 10 p.m. Now, of course, you can always rewatch the live broadcast, and I don't know many people that are like live tweeting or Instagramming about judo, but maybe I will by the end of the Olympics. But so I don't know about that. There's also sevens side rugby, which I'm interested in seeing, and I haven't picked, usually I pick a couple of sports. I haven't looked at the schedule too much. I'm having a hard time navigating. It's in early days in terms of the time difference is 11 hours, I believe. So like the judo, no, I thought it was at 4. Anyway, so by the time this is up, all have figured it out, but I also can't tell because the TV coverage is pretty much 24 hours, which is strange, but it says live 24 hours, but it's like it can't, like, there isn't live coverage for 24 hours. So, and then the streaming schedule, I wonder if they're having it looks 24 hours as well. So I'm kind of like, how can that be unless the Olympics are literally running things through the night, which I imagine they're not. So this year has been a stranger year. It's also really strange to see all of the information says 2020, which they did because it's, so many things were already in motion, but anyway, so it is a unique year in so many ways. But so part of my plan is to enjoy the Olympics. The other part of the plan, I should have said first, is to enjoy the library. So I'm continuing to enjoy the library. I got this out of the library. I have my third library haul is up at this point where I picked 11 holds and 11 books from the shelves, which was really great to finally get to do some browsing. That was so much fun. So I was really happy to be doing that. And during August, I will have probably a trip at the beginning of the month and a trip at the end of the month, although the end of the month will mostly be for September. So I'm just letting myself enjoy the library. A lot of what I'm sort of half and half picking stuff that are for projects and challenges that I'm working on where the books are only available at the library, or continuing series where the next volumes are available at the library. And then now that browsing is open, I browse the shelves and just sort of like randomly pick stuff that looked interesting, which was so wonderful. And then previous to that, I picked up some grab bags. So I think I'll probably continue that combination of very specific titles that I'm reading for a specific reason, and then some stuff just to round out some stuff that looks fun and interesting and like my curiosity is piqued, and I think that is wonderful, especially since I didn't go to the library at all last year. So yeah, and I think they're expanding measures so that by the next time I go, they will have increased the capacity of the people that can be in the library. Last time I went, it was 8. And everything's still masks and all of that stuff and just keeping distance, and people did, and it felt very fine. So those are my plans, just to enjoy the library, enjoy my buddy reads, enjoy the Olympics, and and I think I had some really structured reading, especially in May, and June I was undecided on sort of like how to do things, and then July I was just like, no, I just want to enjoy library books, and I'm just going to continue to do that, because I probably think, when I looked at it, I'll probably have 6 trips through the summer, and that's it. And then the weather gets to the point where it's not reliable enough that I can go get both to and from the library. So that's why I limit it to the summer. So I'm like, well, if these are the 6 trips I can do, then these are the 6 trips that I'm going to enjoy. So that's my plan for things. And I think it's okay to be flexible with things. I like structured TBRs, but even at that, I only almost ever succeed at reading half of them. And once I realized that, I decided to be a little looser, which I love planning, but when you realize half of your plans always fall through, then it's a little frustrating. So that's why I'm going a bit freeform. It's actually not why I'm going a bit freeform. It's why I'm a bit more resolved at having some freeform time and having it not having to be the same all the time, which I do struggle with, because I do like things being the same all the time. I am a creature of habit. I like routine. I like knowing what I'm going to be doing. Spontaneity is good too, as well, but when you're, especially because I'm very goal-oriented in my reading, but not exclusively. So, and I know, so having some ebb and flow, it doesn't, it's good for me because it's not the way I naturally am inclined. So, but I do enjoy it. I am loving reading books from the library. It's so much fun. So, and I still, in June, it looks like, both in June and July, I actually did just fine with my goals. They were a little low because I wasn't working on them as intensely, but in some ways I was, because of the books that were like some of the oldest books on my Goodreads TBR. They were only from the library, so I think it's fine. It is summer as well, and I think that also can be a good time to sort of, let loose a little bit, and I don't know if this is really letting loose, to be honest. If you were looking for examples of letting loose, I don't think this is a good one. But in terms of someone who likes to plan a lot, it's good. It's a good reminder, and it's a good exercise to sort of just see where things go, follow your interests. I think that's a very summer type spirit of things, and so that is what I plan to do. So there you go. There is my 2-book plus plans TBR, or 2-book TBR plus plans. Let me know what you are up to in August, and let me know if there's any readathons, because I didn't like, as I said, I'm pre-filming this a little bit, but I haven't seen any TBRs or announcements recently, but that doesn't mean I couldn't necessarily participate with my library books. But yeah, if you're participating in any readathons in August, I would love to hear about it. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I will be back soon with another video. Oh, and I forgot to say, I might end up needing a hiatus. I don't know at this point whether or not that's the case. I have pre-filmed some stuff, but if I do end up being on hiatus, I did sort of accidentally not post as much as July, but I might need a hiatus at some point. So I don't know if that's going to happen. We shall see how things go. As I said, I pre-filmed some stuff to sort of fill in the gaps, but if I end up not having a couple of videos, don't worry about it. It might need to take a bit of a break, because that also happens, especially in the summer. Actually, not for me. I'm usually very, I don't know, doesn't, anyway, now I'm babbling. Oh, I almost made it without babbling, but, you know, it happens. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I will be back soon with another video.